You also, in 2022, had this to say at a rally opposing COVID mandates. Watch.
Even in Hitler's Germany, you could cross the Alps into Switzerland. You can hide in an attic like Anne Frank did. Today, the mechanisms are being put in place that will make it so none of us can run and none of us can hide.
So your wife, Cheryl Hines, put out a tweet that called those remarks reprehensible and insensitive. Is she right?
No, she's not right. But it was something that needed to be said at that time because CNN, particularly Jake Tapper, who I know is very, very close to you, took those remarks and misinterpreted them, mischaracterized them.
You put it up there. You're comparing it to you're comparing COVID to what happened in Hitler's Germany.
No, I never did that. You show the whole clip. That's not what I was
doing. Play it again. Play the clip.
I don't want to play that again. I want to show what I was saying before that. If you can do that, you should play it again. What you're doing is misleading the public right now. What I was saying is that right now we're living in a time with artificial intelligence, AI, with GPS, with facial recognition systems, with hundreds of thousands of low-altitude satellites that are looking at every part of the Earth every day, and that this is a kind of turnkey totalitarianism. These are methods for control and surveillance that if you get the wrong person in government, a tyrant, that they can misuse those. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian system in the history of mankind to control every aspect of human behavior.
Even in Hitler Germany, you could cross the Alps into Switzerland. You can hide in an attic like it. Do you understand why people were upset by this?
And now you can't. I understand why people are upset with your interpretation of it, your mischaracterization that I was comparing Hitler's Germany to the COVID lockdowns, which I never did.
We do not have a longer version of the clip. I do think that the clip that we have is very clear, but I will make sure that we look at the further remarks as well.
What we're seeing today is what I call turnkey totalitarianism. They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. None of them have been able to do it. They didn't have the technological capacity. Even in Hitler's Germany, you could cross the Alps into Switzerland. You can hide in an attic like Anne Frank did. I visited in 1962 East Germany with my father and met people who had climbed the wall and escaped. So it was possible. Many died doing it, but it was possible. Today, the mechanisms are being put in place that will make it so none of us can run and none of us can hide. Within 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low-orbit satellites. Bill Gates says his 65,000 satellites alone will be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day. They're putting in 5G to harvest our data and control our behavior. Digital currency that will allow them to punish us from a distance and cut off our food supply. Vaccine passports. You have a series of rights, as flawed as our government is. You can still go out and go to a bar, you can go to a sporting event, you can get on a bus or an airplane and you can travel. You have certain freedoms. You can get educated, etc. The minute they hand you that vaccine passport, every right that you have is transformed into a privilege contingent upon your obedience to arbitrary government dictates. It will make you a slave. And what do we do about this? What do? We resist. If you like this video and you want to learn more about me and the movement that we're building, please go to Kennedy24.com.